Did you see what just happened on the pitch? Moises Caicedo has been sent off after a shocking VAR decision. One moment he's controlling the game, the next his team is left a man down and the entire strategy is in chaos. But what does this mean for the rest of the match? Stick around because we're breaking down the shocking impact, the heated debates and the surprising twist that could completely turn the game on its head. We'll explain everything in this video step by step. Don't skip it. Drama, chaos and controversy on the pitch tonight. Moises Caicedo, the midfield dynamo, has been shown the dreaded red card following a VAR review, and oh boy, what a twist. This isn't just any booking. This is a game-changing moment that will have fans, pundits and managers talking for days. Caicedo, who's been a powerhouse in midfield, controlling play, breaking lines and dictating tempo, now faces the agony of leaving his team a man down. You could see the frustration in his eyes, the heart and passion that has defined his season, boiling over in just one split-second decision. And let's not forget the referee, caught between the roar of the crowd, the flickering monitor of VAR, and the pressure of making the right call in a high-stakes clash. Now, imagine the drama in the stadium. Fans holding their breath as the screen flickers, the linesman signalling, and the VAR team deliberating. It's a roller coaster of tension. Caicedo, known for his tireless runs, pinpoint tackles, and the ability to turn defence into attack in a heartbeat, now has to watch from the sidelines, powerless as his team navigates a crucial period without him. And the irony isn't lost. A player who's been the engine of so many memorable victories is now sidelined by a single moment under the microscope of modern football technology. Social media is already buzzing with debates erupting about fairness, discipline, and the sheer unpredictability of the beautiful game. But this is football. Moments like these, full of drama, intensity and controversy, remind us why we love the sport. Caicedo's absence will test his team's character, resilience and ability to adapt under pressure. Will they rise to the challenge or crumble without their midfield maestro? One thing's for sure, the drama isn't over and the story of tonight's clash just got a lot more intense. Moises Caicedo's red card following a VAR review has sent shockwaves through the football world, instantly turning what might have been a routine match into a moment of high drama and intense speculation. This wasn't just any red card, it was the kind of decision that changes the trajectory of a game, forcing teams to rethink their strategy, fans to hold their breath, and pundits to debate endlessly over whether justice was served. From the moment the incident occurred, the energy in the stadium shifted palpably. You could feel the tension rising, a mixture of disbelief and frustration rippling through the crowd as everyone tried to process what had just happened. The VAR monitor flickered to life, a tiny screen with the power to dictate the outcome of the game, and all eyes turned to it. Players froze mid-action, the referee's hand hovering uncertainly as he waited for confirmation, while Caicedo himself looked on, a mix of determination and incredulity on his face. He had been one of the standout performers, a player whose tireless running, precise tackling and intelligent positioning had been central to his team's midfield dominance. And now, in one split second, all of that influence was being curtailed, reduced to a dramatic image of a red card waving in the air. The nature of the offence, debated and dissected immediately after the play, became a focal point for discussion. Was it a reckless challenge, an unfortunate clash of bodies, or simply a harsh interpretation of the rules? Every angle replayed, every frame slowed down, magnified the intensity of the moment and brought the consequences into sharp relief. Caicedo's absence on the field meant more than just one less player. It meant the disruption of rhythm, the need for teammates to compensate, and the introduction of a psychological challenge. As they struggled to maintain composure and focus, coaches scrambled to adjust their formations, moving players into unfamiliar positions, trying to patch up the hole left by the departure of a midfield linchpin. For fans, it was a roller coaster of emotions, anger, disbelief, anxiety, and a grudging acknowledgement of football's unpredictability. The media and social networks erupted with opinions, some defending the decision, others condemning it, turning the incident into a talking point that extended far beyond the confines of the stadium. Caicedo, known for his professionalism and relentless work ethic, now faced the frustration of being sidelined, unable to directly influence the game he had worked so hard to dominate. The red card highlighted the fine margins that exist in football, where a single moment, a single touch, a single interpretation by the referee and VAR officials can redefine the course of a match. It also underscored the growing role of technology in the sport, where decisions that were once instantaneous and unquestioned are now subject to scrutiny, debate and replay. In the midst of the drama, the reactions of players, coaches and fans revealed the human element behind the rules. passion, emotion, and the raw intensity of competition that makes football such a compelling spectacle. As the match continued without Caicedo, the ripple effects of that red card were immediately visible in every pass, every tackle, and every strategic adjustment, emphasising just how pivotal his presence on the pitch had been. The VAR review itself, a modern tool designed to ensure fairness, became a symbol of both precision and controversy, its involvement magnifying the stakes and the emotional investment of everyone involved in the game. Moises Caicedo's role as the midfield engine and team leader has been nothing short of transformative this season, and his influence on the pitch extends far beyond mere statistics. From the first whistle, he has consistently dictated the tempo of games, trolling possession, linking defence with attack, and providing a sense of stability that allows his teammates to perform at their best. His vision and intelligence make him a rare talent, a player capable of reading the flow of the game before it even unfolds. Every interception, every perfectly timed tackle, and every surge forward demonstrates his ability to anticipate opponents' movements, cut off threats, and turn defence into attack with seamless efficiency. But it's not just his technical skills that set him apart, it's his leadership, his presence, and his ability to inspire those around him. On the field, he communicates constantly, directing teammates, offering guidance, and ensuring that the team maintains shape and discipline. His voice carries weight, and his actions embody a standard of professionalism that elevates the entire squad. When Caicedo is on the pitch, there's a sense of calm amid chaos, a reassurance that the team has someone capable of handling the most intense moments with poise and intelligence. Opponents recognise this immediately. They know that breaking through the midfield wall he creates is an uphill battle, requiring both skill and persistence. His energy is infectious, and his relentless work rate sets a benchmark that motivates others to match his intensity. Beyond the tactical and technical aspects, his leadership is evident in his resilience under pressure. In high-stakes matches, when fatigue sets in and emotions run high, Caicedo maintains focus, making smart decisions, keeping composure, and often stepping up in critical moments to influence outcomes. His ability to perform consistently at a high level underlines his maturity and mental strength, traits that mark the difference between a great player and a true leader. Off the pitch, his professionalism and dedication resonate with younger players who see in him a model for discipline, commitment, and humility. His presence in training and matches alike instills a culture of hard work and accountability, shaping the identity of the team over time. Statistically, his contribution may be measured in tackles, passes, and interceptions, but the intangible aspects, leadership, vision, decision-making, and presence, are even more valuable. Every game without him becomes an exercise in adaptation, as teammates must compensate for the gap left by his absence, highlighting just how integral he is to the team's success. The way he balances defensive duties with offensive support shows a level of intelligence and versatility that few players possess. His understanding of space, timing, and rhythm allows him to orchestrate attacks, shield the backline, and maintain balance across all phases of play. Opposing teams are often forced to alter their strategies specifically to counter his influence, underscoring the respect he commands on the field. In short, Caicedo is not just a player, he is the heartbeat of the midfield, a leader whose technical ability, mental fortitude, and commanding presence make him indispensable, shaping the team's identity and performance in ways that go far beyond measurable statistics. The tension and drama in the stadium reached fever pitch the moment the VAR decision involving Moises Caicedo was announced, creating an atmosphere electric with anticipation, disbelief, and emotion. From the stands to the sidelines, every eye was locked on the unfolding events as players, coaches, and fans alike tried to process what had just happened. The stadium, usually a place of organised cheers and chants, erupted into a cacophony of gasps, shouts, and murmurs, reflecting the intensity of a moment that could redefine the course of the match. Caicedo, a player known for his tireless work rate and intelligent play, suddenly became the centre of attention in a scene charged with suspense. Teammates gathered around, some with hands on their heads, others shouting in frustration or pleading with the referee, while opponents looked on with a mix of relief and satisfaction, knowing that the game had shifted dramatically in their favour. Cameras captured every micro-expression, every subtle gesture, as the human side of the sport, passion, disappointment, and raw emotion played out in real time. Fans in the stands waved banners and chanted his name, their support unwavering even as the drama unfolded, while others expressed disbelief at the perceived harshness of the decision. The VAR monitor became a focal point, a small screen that carried enormous weight, determining the fate of a player, the strategy of a team, and the mood of tens of thousands of spectators. Each replay, each slow motion angle only intensified the drama as everyone tried to decipher the nuances of the challenge and the referee's reasoning. The coaches, often the calm strategic minds on the sidelines, were forced into rapid decision making, adjusting formations, planning substitutions and preparing their squad for the inevitable tactical reshuffling that would follow the red card. Players had to quickly adapt, reorganising defensive lines, covering spaces and stepping into roles that required both physical and mental agility. The emotional energy of the stadium was mirrored by social media, where fans, pundits and former players weighed in almost instantly, amplifying the tension and turning the incident into a national or even global talking point. Every corner kick, every defensive clearance, every pass became loaded with significance as the presence or absence of Caicedo altered the dynamics of the game. The psychological impact on his teammates was tangible. The team had to summon resilience, composure and creativity to navigate the remainder of the match without their midfield anchor. At the same time, the drama highlighted the intensity of modern football, where technology, emotion and human decision-making intersect in unpredictable ways. For the spectators, it was a reminder of why they come to the stadium, why they watch with bated breath, and why moments like these, full of suspense, controversy and passion, define the essence of the sport. The ebb and flow of excitement, the roller coaster of emotions experienced in those minutes showcase the power of football to captivate, unite and sometimes divide, all in a matter of moments, turning an ordinary match into a spectacle of tension and high stakes that would be remembered long after the final whistle blew. The controversy surrounding Moises Caicedo's red card has ignited a whirlwind of debates about fairness, discipline and the role of VAR in modern football, capturing the attention of fans, pundits and analysts around the globe. From the moment the decision was made, the question of whether it was justified became the central talking point, fueling discussions across social media platforms, sports shows and fan forums. Some argue that the referee's interpretation of the challenge was strict but correct, adhering to the letter of the law and maintaining the integrity of the game. Others feel that the punishment was excessive, a harsh consequence for an action that in real time may have appeared less severe than it looked under slow motion review. The incident has also highlighted the delicate balance referees must strike between enforcing rules and understanding the flow of the game. Every decision comes under microscopic scrutiny in today's football, and the use of VAR, while intended to reduce errors, has added layers of complexity and controversy to the sport. Fans are particularly vocal, with heated debates about whether technology enhances fairness or interrupts the natural rhythm of the game. Analysts dissect every frame, considering angles, timing and intent, while former players weigh in with opinions shaped by years of experience on the pitch. Caicedo himself, caught in the centre of this storm, becomes a symbol of the unpredictability of football, where a single moment can trigger widespread discussion and emotional reaction. The disciplinary implications are also significant. Beyond the immediate red card, the suspension that follows can affect team selection, match strategy and even league standings, demonstrating how one decision reverberates far beyond the incident itself. Coaches must now plan around his absence, balancing the need for tactical stability with the reality of missing a key player. Meanwhile, the debate extends to broader philosophical questions about the sport. How much should technology influence the human element of decision-making? Are players being unfairly judged through the lens of slow-motion replay? And how do these decisions impact the credibility of referees and the overall perception of the league? The incident underscores that football is more than just a game of skill and strategy. It is a contest of emotions, interpretation and human judgment, all amplified by the presence of millions of spectators watching and reacting in real time. Social media has accelerated the spread of opinions, with memes, videos and commentary fueling the fire and making the red card a cultural moment beyond the stadium. For young players and aspiring professionals, incidents like this serve as a lesson in discipline and awareness, highlighting the fine line between aggressive play and rule-breaking behaviour. It also sparks conversation about sportsmanship, respect for officials, and the evolving nature of competitive football. The clash between traditional interpretations of the game and modern technological oversight continues to provoke passionate discussion, illustrating that while the game itself is played on the field, the debate lives everywhere, from living rooms and stadiums to newsrooms and online forums. Ultimately, the red card incident has become a case study in how discipline, fairness and VAR intersect, prompting reflection, discussion and sometimes disagreement among all who follow the sport closely, turning a single moment of action into a wider examination of football's evolving landscape and the challenges inherent in balancing human judgment with technological precision. The challenge facing Caicedo's team following his red card is monumental, highlighting both the physical and psychological demands placed on players when a key figure is suddenly removed from the pitch. Losing a midfield powerhouse like Caicedo is not just a numerical disadvantage, it disrupts the structure, rhythm and cohesion that the team relies on to execute its game plan effectively. Teammates must immediately adapt, shifting positions, covering spaces that are suddenly exposed and compensating for the absence of a player who often acts as the team's link between defence and attack. The mental strain is palpable. Players must remain composed under pressure, maintain focus despite frustration, and make split-second decisions that could decide the outcome of the match. Coaches face an equally complex task, needing to adjust tactics on the fly, reassign responsibilities and inspire confidence in players who are now operating outside their comfort zones. Substitutions become a strategic tool, not just for fresh legs, but for rebalancing the formation and mitigating the gap left by Caicedo. The psychological dimension is just as significant as the tactical one. Teams must confront the challenge of resilience, drawing on leadership, collective spirit and determination to overcome adversity. The absence of a central figure can lead to moments of vulnerability, miscommunication or hesitation, and opponents are quick to exploit these gaps. Maintaining morale and focus becomes critical, with experienced players needing to step up to fill the leadership void, guiding the team through the uncertainty and reinforcing a sense of unity and purpose. This situation also tests the depth of the squad. Younger or less experienced players may be called upon to assume greater responsibility, gaining valuable experience under intense scrutiny. The team's ability to adapt reflects not only their preparation but also the culture instilled by the coaching staff, one that values flexibility, accountability and mental toughness. Every pass, tackle and movement takes on heightened importance as the collective effort must compensate for the absence of one influential player. The strategic implications extend beyond the immediate match. A key player's suspension can affect subsequent fixtures, requiring long-term planning, rotation of the squad and careful management of player fitness. Opponents may also adjust their tactics, knowing that a central midfielder with exceptional defensive and creative abilities is unavailable, which can shift the balance of power and create opportunities for counterplay. Fans too feel the impact, their emotional investment tied to the team's ability to respond effectively to adversity. Every decision on the field, every moment of resilience or error becomes magnified in significance. The scenario underscores the interconnectedness of individual talent and collective performance in football. While Caicedo's skill and presence are invaluable, the team's response in his absence is equally revealing, testing their adaptability, mental strength and cohesion under pressure. How a team navigates such challenges often defines their character, resilience and long-term potential. The lessons learned in these moments extend beyond a single game, shaping the team's identity, approach to adversity, and ability to perform under high-stakes conditions, emphasizing that football is as much about overcoming obstacles as it is about skill and strategy. We'll explain everything in this video step by step. Don't skip it.